Hi guys, I'm Dylan Conway. Just going to take you through the rooms to have a chat to all the players about Ed Carr's 100th game. Obviously a great milestone. He's worked very hard to get to where he is now. Let's go have a chat to the players. We're here to talk about Ed Carr's 100th game. We've got a fitness guru here, Cam Micallef. Give us a few words about Ed Carr on his 100th game.
Ed Carr, tough, strong, fearless, the ultimate competitor. And he's the type of guy you want on your side.
Just here with VC, Cameron Lockwood, just talking about Ed's 100th game. Obviously life member, joining Cam and Jolly. Just give us a bit of insight about his playing career down here.
Well, he started off like a house on fire. He's probably, I reckon Gibbo's just picked him in the later years, but I reckon he was definitely the best youngest player I've seen come through the club. And I'm sure Joel's will probably say the same. So he was always same build, same toughness. From an early days, it was like he's from Maffra. He's been playing senior footy at the age of 12, so fitted in nicely.
Got Ben Jolly here talking about Ed's 100th game, another life member of the football club. It's obviously a great achievement. Can you give us a few words about Ed?
Yeah, exactly right. I think you nailed on the head there, Dill. It is a great achievement. 100 games with this great footy club for a player who's come straight out of the under-18. So it's really just applied himself and worked exceptionally hard to reach this milestone. It's just fantastic.
So obviously you've been captain under him. He's been in the leadership group for a while now. What sort of input does he have behind the scenes here at the club?
Pretty big input, and that's kind of one of the things we noticed when he first came to the club, that he had these inherent leadership qualities that are essential to most good footy clubs. So he does. He's got a strong voice. He represents the entire playing group really well in the leadership group, and obviously his actions always speak louder than his words whilst on the field, which is also another great sign of his leadership.
The good thing about having Ed Carr on the list when we first got here is that things are only going to get better because he wasn't the fittest guy. But to his credit, he's put in the hard yards, and he's really pushed himself physically and mentally, and he's taken his game and his physical capacity to a whole new level. And really proud of him, not just as a footballer, but personally as a friend. He's the type of guy I find just super inspiring.
We've got Pegger here, younger brother of Ed, inspiring to be Ed one day. He'll be there. We just want to take you through a few stories about his younger days down at Maffra.
I remember Ed one day wanted to go hang out with some friends back in local town in Maffra, and he was about 15 at this time, and Ed, Mum wouldn't let him. So, because it was a school day and high school had a day off, so Mum wouldn't let him and made him come and spend the day at her school where she was teaching. And it was about 3 hours before Mum was leaving, and Ed was cracking up a massive storm, and when they had a massive sook down the paddock with the cows. So, Mum had to go searching. Nothing's changed.
Obviously you run past him on the field and you can hear his high-pitched squealing voice trying to bag someone, and tries not to put you off your game but gets you going. He's always going for the 1%ers, which is what you want in the team, mate. Just what can you say about him? He's an on-field leader. He's got a bit of a strut about him around the club. Good old Patch Adams. You can rely on him for everything.
We've got Nick Singh here, Ed's best mate. Obviously 100 games. It's a great achievement. We just want to go through a bit of the funny side of Ed and his nicknames. Can you go through a few?
He's probably most well-known one would be Big Sexy. I think that pretty much speaks for itself. You have a look at him, he's big and he's sexy. Another one that he got is Heater. First training session, we both got to the club 7 years ago now. All the boys just started calling him Heater. And they call him Heater. And I thought, well, what's this Heater? Like, his name's Heath, isn't it? Heath. I said, no, his name's Ed. I had no idea who this bloke was. He came out from Gippy, so that was good.
I guess I've always sort of looked up to Ed Carr a bit. The interesting thing about Ed was that he never knew my name in my first pre-season until my first game, which was good. He came up to me and I thought he'd come up and give me a few words of advice, and he just said, "G'day mate, what's your name again, brother?" So that was enjoyable.
I'm just here with Jack Johnson. Jack played under 12s, I think it is, at Maffra with Ed. It's been a long time following Ed's footsteps, you would say. So just take us back to the under 12 days. What sort of player was he like?
Much the same as he is now. hasn't grown much since he was about 10, so I remember him being pretty good back in the day. He sort of had a bit of a legacy back in Mafra. He was always the kid you'd talk about on a Monday morning at school. He's had 50 or 60 touches on the weekend, so fair bit's changed now. I mean, he's a lot fatter and he doesn't get those sort of numbers, but he was a good player back in the day.
So he came down to the club and you were saying 108 kilos, was it?
Yeah, I think he was tipping the 100. Don't think he quite got to the 100, but he was definitely in that. I reckon that was in his second year.
Okay.
I reckon he got a bit comfortable after playing a few senior games in the first year. Went on the off season on a few hot dogs and come back in '98. I reckon.
Let's talk about his first pre-season. First pre-season camp. He got the wrestling down the beach. He's teamed up in the grand final. You're thinking, young kid. What happened?
Yeah, so he come down. He was one of the tougher blokes, as I said. It's like he played senior footy when he was 12 years old. So everyone was sort of looking to him in the wrestle and see what he did in the strongest man comp. And yeah, he ended up getting close. He comes second in the end, so he did well.
Yeah, who won that?
Yeah, myself.
Talk to me about his playing career here. Obviously hard enough. What sort of leader is he? Obviously you've been in the leadership group with him and you know what sort of leader he is. What does he bring to this group?
I think he just puts his whole self into it. Like, he gives it 100% everything he does. He's vocal, the way he plays footy. I think it sets the example for everyone, sets the scene for everyone. And his voice on and off the field as well.
He saw the bloke who's, if you lack of motivation before the game, he's sort of the bloke that, you know, he gets himself pretty geared up, pretty passionate. This is how he plays his footy, so he's done well to get where he is, and yeah, I've loved playing footy with him from under 12 to today.
Yeah, Ed's obviously stalwart of the club, 100 games. VFL is obviously a great achievement for anyone at any level, but Ed at the club is definitely someone that brings good vibes all the time. He's a leader, and you know, he's definitely one of the best teammates we've got here.
Tough, resilient, relentless, determined. All the things that, you know, teams will come up with to try and represent themselves is what Ed embodies on a daily basis.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Hopefully you got to know Ed a little bit better. He's obviously a great player and we look forward to his 100th game on Saturday. We'll see you then.